tiny Frenchie just found his voice and immediately used it to demand a huge weekend party. Pancakes, popcorn, snacks, and don't you dare forget the donuts. But there's something about this loud little puppy you'd never guess from watching him today. Just months earlier, even something as simple as eating safely was a daily challenge. So how did he get from there to this? Meet Zephyr, or Zeph for short. This tiny Frenchie was only a few hours old when he was surrendered to a pop-up cleft behind, because he was born with a cleft palate. His life had barely begun, but he already needed specialized care just to have a chance to grow. Zeph was absolutely tiny, and keeping him fed became a round-the-clock job. Every 2 hours, day and night, he had to be carefully tube-fed. Tube-feeding a puppy with a cleft palate takes proper training and precision. The tube must be measured and positioned correctly to reduce the risk of milk entering the airway. For this little guy, every safe feeding was another small step forward. When I shared a few short clips of Zeph being tube-fed, some people immediately criticized us without understanding his condition. They said we were putting this tiny baby through unnecessary stress, and that he should simply be left with his mom to nurse like any other puppy. But with a cleft palate, nursing can allow milk to enter the airway and lead to dangerous aspiration pneumonia. Tube feeding wasn't something we chose to make his life harder. It was how we were keeping him safely fed. Reading those careless and sometimes cruel comments was genuinely heartbreaking. Even with his eyes completely closed, little Zeph seemed to know exactly what he was missing. While he slept, his tiny mouth would start suckling as if he were dreaming about milk and nursing beside his mom. Sorry, little guy. The milk bar may be closed, but apparently it's still open in your dreams. Freya is just 3 days older than Zeph, and the two babies are growing a little more every day. Now they're becoming much more active. Like two tiny fuzzy potatoes, they wiggle their little bodies and awkwardly roll across the soft blanket, slowly trying to make their way toward each other. They may not be very good at getting around yet, but somehow they always seem determined to meet in the middle. I could honestly watch these little ones all day. At this age, everything they do is ridiculously adorable. The tiny stretches, sleepy wiggles, and those clumsy little movements. They're growing so quickly that part of me wishes time would slow down just a little. I know this stage won't last forever, and I want to remember every second of it. Their little personalities are finally starting to show. Freya has apparently appointed herself the boss, and she seems very comfortable with the position. Zeph, on the other hand, has different priorities. Being this cute is clearly exhausting, so while Freya runs the show, he's perfectly happy to sleep through the meeting. Some mornings, Zeph has absolutely no interest in getting out of bed, and honestly, we understand. Snuggled into his cozy blankets, he looks perfectly content to let the rest of the world carry on without him. Oh hey, Friday. We'd been waiting for you. Zeph's weekend plans? Apparently, more sleep. A big little milestone, Zeph's first real meal. He quickly figured out what to do and ate like a champ. Our little boy is doing so well and becoming more independent every day. Zeph's little world is getting bigger and apparently much more comfortable. One minute he's cruising in his tiny pink doggy car seat, and the next he's disappeared into his teepee for a well-earned nap. Add that little tongue sticking out and we've officially got a double shot of adorable. This boy certainly knows how to enjoy the good life. Zeph has officially found his voice, and apparently, he has a lot to say. Mom, it's Saturday. We need a weekend party. Pancakes, snacks, popcorn, and don't you dare forget the donuts. Judging by that little voice, I'm pretty sure this wasn't a suggestion. It was an order. Zeph was learning some new tricks. Sit was coming along nicely, and he was even practicing shake. He still needed a little help sometimes, but with a few treats for motivation, this tiny student was learning fast.
Zeph, sit. Good boy. Zephie, shake hands. Shake hands. Good boy. Oh, good boy.
This was the day Zeph finally met his big sisters, Lola and Poppy. The moment they spotted this tiny newcomer, curiosity completely took over. They circled around him, sniffing from every angle, then stood there staring at him for the longest time, as if they were conducting a very serious inspection. Zeph didn't seem intimidated at all. In fact, he looked pretty pleased with all the attention. Ladies, take your time. I know you've never seen anyone this cute before. It didn't take long for the newest and smallest member of the family to become the center of attention. Training is even more fun when your friends join in. Zeph and his little crew were all learning to sit together, though keeping everyone focused was probably the hardest part. A treat certainly helped. Zeph watched carefully, tried his best, and slowly got the hang of it. Not exactly the most disciplined class, but definitely the cutest.
Oh, you're all so good. Okay, you can have that one. You can have that one. Excuse me. Come this way. Come this way. Come this way. Sit. Very good. One for you. One for you. Sit. Very good. Oh dear. Here. Here.
Look at these clever little monkeys. The practice was clearly paying off. Zeph and his friends were getting better at following commands and waiting patiently for their reward. Of course, I suspect the treats had something to do with this sudden burst of concentration. Either way, these little students were making great progress.
Sit. Good girl. Shake hands. Good girl. Lie down. Good girl. Zeph, 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 sit. Good boy. Zephie, shake hands. Shake hands. Good boy. Oh, good boy.
Up we go. Zeph was learning to climb his little stairs to the couch, one careful step at a time. The reward waiting at the top? The best seat in the house. Zeph's first time on a leash, and look at him go. No hesitation at all. This little guy walked like he'd been doing it his whole life. While Zeph waited for his cleft palate repair surgery, he had some great company. Boston came to hang out with him and foster mom Jess, turning the waiting time into plenty of play and fun. And judging by Zeph's face, he wasn't complaining one bit. Bunny ears on, and Zeph was ready for another weekend adventure. A little fresh air, new places to explore, and plenty of interesting smells along the way. This tiny Frenchie was making the most of every outing. Zeph had some special company for a few days. Foster pups River and Boston came to stay, which meant more playtime, more mischief, and definitely less peace and quiet around the house. With 3 little pups together, there was always something going on. From a tiny newborn who needed help with every meal to the happy, curious little Frenchie you see today, Zeph has come such a long way, and his journey isn't over yet. If you'd like to help us continue sharing and supporting stories like his, you can donate by clicking the thanks button below. Please subscribe to the channel and consider becoming a channel member to support our work. Every bit of support helps us keep telling the stories of these special little pups. Thank you for being part of Zeph's journey.